Welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast, proud to be the world's #1 community for brilliant childcare leaders. Each episode will feature interviews with the brightest minds in the childcare industry to guide you into becoming a smarter business leader. Our hosts have opened 10 schools while raising 5 children. They are certified business coaches and are the top-selling childcare business book authors of all time. This episode is sponsored by Elif Childcare Insurance. Give Blake a call at 972-232-2258 to get a free quote on childcare business insurance today. Let's welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast our hosts, Brian and Carol Dupre.
Hello, welcome to episode 83 of the Childcare Genius podcast.
We're your hosts, Brian and Carol Dupre.
Hello, everybody. Looking forward to an amazing episode today, episode 83, interviewing a very good friend and a very close coaching client of ours. Before we get started, I want to let you know that tickets for our Childcare Genius Leverage Conference are now on sale at childcaregenius.com/leverage. Get your tickets now to go to Montego Bay, Jamaica with us on a tax-deductible working vacation. Why not go to a conference in beautiful, sunny Jamaica, man? Gonna be amazing. Short conference days. And you're gonna learn a whole lot, man. I tell you, it's gonna be guaranteed. Learn a lot, man, and you'll have fun. How do you like my Jamaican accent?
It's sad.
All right. Well, we're gonna have fun in Jamaica, man. Here we go. I'm gonna start it again. Anyway, childcaregenius.com, man. Buy your tickets today. $499. So over the next few episodes, we're interviewing multi-center owners. Last week, for the next few episodes, we're going to do multi-center owners. And we're going to discuss what it takes to run multiple schools. And we're going to start this week. And for the next 5 weeks, we're going to be running 4 to 5 weeks, running multiple school owners. And some are going to be couples, some are going to be single people doing that. It's going to be great. So this week's guest is Dr. Tamara Jefferson. And she is in Michigan, and she has 5 different schools. Carol and I, she's a VIP client of ours, coaching client. So we have visited all of her schools and have been coaching her for a little over a year now. And her center is growing. She's never been more profitable, doing great, loving it.
Let's get Tamara on the line.
Hi, Tamara. Welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to have you on. Been wanting to have you on for a little while now. Glad our schedule finally synced up. How's the weather in Michigan? Is it starting to get a little warmer?
Well, today it's nice. It's nice today, but yesterday and the day before was chilly. It's up and down. It's Michigan.
Yeah, typical
Like here.
springtime. Well, actually, I mean, for early March, we're recording this in early March, and it's actually mild here in Maine. And I know you're milder than normal, but still, it's still
Yes.
Michigan in winter.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, I wanted to have you on because you're an amazing owner. We've been to all of your schools. We know your center inside and out. We're like, she's such a great owner. We got to have her on. And you got a great program. So we wanted you to come on to be a blessing to other owners and an inspiration. So can you tell us more about your background, how you found your way into the childcare business?
Yes. So my background is in media, journalism, marketing, PR, advertising. I love all those things. In 1999, I was in a really bad car accident. And so I was off of work. I was working for a public relations agency. And so being off of work, I'm at home and all of my friends started to bring their children. And I didn't have any children at the time. And so to make a long story short, I did really well with those children. And so at the time, it was just big babies, like 3.5 and older. And then fast forward to, I think it was in 2003, I officially opened up, like state licensed, opened up a home daycare. And then in 2006, my husband said, this is too much. You got to go get a building. And then we got a building. And we've grown, and now we have 5 centers.
Do you know, I hear that pattern a lot.
Yeah.
The husband's like, I'm tired of all these kids in my house. Go find a school. I hear that a lot.
Yes.
So if you're a home provider out there, guys, and you want them out, go find them a building.
Yes. Find a building. He said, go find a building, go work at a center. And so we found a building.
Well, let's say 5 schools today, and we've been to your schools, and they are a great program,
Oh,
and
thank
it's something to be proud of. And we're going to talk a
Yes.
little bit later how you juggle 5 schools. It's not easy, but I know you have managed it
Right.
well.
Yep. Yep. Very exciting.
Can you tell our audience a bit about your childcare centers and what makes you different than other centers in your area?
So, Carol, I think what makes us different is that we start with the brain first, like eating healthy rather than just like ABCs and one, two, threes, like quickly going into it. We really focus on the individual child, the whole child. So all of our centers, we just serve garden-based meals. Some people call it plant-based, but that's things that are grown in a plant. So we're garden-based. And then we just, I guess we've been in the business for so long. Our longevity speaks to itself. We've been doing this for over 25 years now. I think this is the 25th year actually that we've been doing childcare. So that's what makes us different. We have an awesome team. And then we have really great customer service, which I think some places have lost that special touch. Even though we have a different generation of parents out here, everybody still likes great customer service, like no matter how old they are. Everybody needs great customer service.
100%. Love that. And yes,
Mhm.
being open 23, 24 years is not common in this line. A lot of people are out earlier. So
Right.
experience does matter.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
So what obstacles did you face when you were trying to open your first school way back when?
I think it was just the permit thing. Like I just didn't know what to do. We found a building. Anybody can get a building and lease it, right? But then you have to look at the state guidelines, the city that you're in, the county guidelines. We are like the goats in this industry. We are very heavily regulated. And so we had to, get blueprints. It was just a lot of, I guess, footwork that I wasn't used to. We had to go before the city council before we could open up our space because we were in a neighborhood. So it was those little things, making sure there was a brick wall that separated us from the residents. It was small things now, but back then I just didn't know what I was doing. So it was just, they had no guidance. There was no one there that could walk us through because everybody I was associated with were in home daycares. They were not in
Yep.
centers. So it was just difficult. There was not a lot of people I could go to learn about the opening a child care center. I just had to read the book.
Yeah, and I tell you that some states and some counties and some cities are much more regulated than others. And as we've done this coaching, there's a huge difference between opening a business in Chicago and opening a business in Texas.
Oh
And
yeah.
but I mean, in rural Texas, huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some clients take a
Mm-hmm.
year or two just to get a school permitted through Chicago area, whereas I
Oh
can get somebody to
yeah.
get a school in a month or two in rural Texas. So it's huge, vastly. And if you want to open a business, you really got to do your homework because you could run out of
Yes.
money before you open day one with regulatory and all the permitting and all the things you have to do. So I kudos
Yes.
to you for figuring that out. And the good news is once you figured out the first one, it's a lot easier on the second one, isn't it?
It really is. It
Now I
really
always
is.
say the
Yes.
second school is the hardest to open. Which one was your hardest of your 5?
So we opened up another wing. It was the hardest. And only because I don't know why it was, but it was harder than the first one opening. So and they're together, there are 3 together, but I remember talking to you back in 2020, Brian, and when you said to me, opening the first one's easy, and then you know how to do it. So then after that, we went out and opened up more schools.
Easier is never easy. It's
Yes,
always a lot of work. But the second
yes,
one is, I always say it's the hardest one to open because you have to let go of the first one. Sometimes people are so darn emotionally attached to number one, they can't let go enough to go open a second school. They're so vested and like, I'm working 40 hours at school. I can't leave it. It'll fall apart. I can't trust anybody. I'm a perfectionist. Everything has to be perfect. And all of a sudden
Yeah,
they can't go do number two because they can't let number one be run by somebody else because they can't do it as good as me. And that just doesn't work. And when you have five
right.
schools, Tamara, you realize that, you know what? I have to trust my people.
Oh yeah, exactly, exactly. But you talked to me about that then, and I remember telling you there were three schools combined, and you said, "Well, you already opened up your second one," and I didn't really think about that. I was like, "Yeah, I did, I guess," and I already had somebody else really running the place, and so it was nice. I guess it was better to expand rather than opening another building for me. That was,
Sure.
yeah, it
Hey,
was
if
nice.
it's doubling the size of your business is the same as opening up another location,
That's true.
but you don't have
Yes.
as much overhead. So you actually do better. It's
Right.
more profitable to do that, providing you
Yes.
can get the kids, and you did.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
How many years between when you opened your first school and your second?
Oh, so we opened up one in '07. We opened up the second one in '08. So a year. And then we opened one in 2017. Then 2020, we acquired two spaces. And then so there are three are combined. So it's like one. And then in 2020 it was two more. So then that was two and three. And then our next one was in last year.
Yeah.
20 is
So
it
you
2023?
have good steady growth.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
trying to do three in one year. You're spacing them out a little bit for your sanity, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm a mommy too, so yes, I had
Yeah,
to
and you
wait till
have
my
little
babies got
ones.
older. Yeah, I have one little one left.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I know.
Yes. Yes.
It's a lot of work with older
Yes.
ones too, but the younger ones tend to be, and it's good that you've been able to balance.
Yes. Yes. With my wonderful
Okay,
husband.
so how do you manage running five schools? People are going to ask, how do you do it? What's your secret?
You know what? Build a great team. So if you have a really great team behind you and then your family support, but even if you don't have your family, you just have a great team, there that you help them grow. And so, I guess the great thing about me, I'm more like a queen maker because I like to just be with the children all day. I can be with the babies, but I let my team go out there and they, go into the cities and they talk to the families and things like that. So, but I have a really good team and they really, hold it down when I'm
You
not there, if
do.
I can't be there. Yes, you've met them. They're just wonderful.
And that's what I like about our relationship. Carol and I, you're one of our Dynasty VIP clients. So we've been to all your schools. We've seen your entire program inside and out. We've seen how you run it. I like that, the queen maker. But to me, you are the queen, and you have knighted all your team. You get the nice sword, little knight. I'm telling you, they run really well without you. And you realize things don't have to be perfect. They never are when you're
Right.
not there, but they don't need to be. As long as you get it to within
Mm-hmm.
90% of what you would do, that is good enough. And that is the
Yeah.
key to multiple schools.
Yes.
If you
That
try
is
to
so
try to
true.
have every school the way you would do everything, it's never gonna work.
That's right. And sometimes your team does it better than you. You have to think back like, oh,
Yes.
maybe it's time to
Yeah.
change this.
You're
Yeah.
hoping every director does it better than you.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
you're stuck in your 25 years ago or how you did things, and they bring fresh ideas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll
Yes. That
definitely
is so
take a young,
true.
energetic director to my
Yeah.
old dog kind of mentality. I love fresh ideas. We're not afraid to make mistakes either. Let your directors make mistakes.
That's right.
Even financial mistakes, that's how they learn, and you got to trust them and don't
That's
micromanage.
right.
Oh my God, don't micromanage,
Yeah.
That's
and don't
right.
work so hard. You probably
Yes.
work less now than when you had three schools, when you have five, right? If you're smart and you figure
Yes.
it out, you can work yourself out of a job if you have the right people.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's just what
Yes.
you want to do.
As we get older,
Yes.
we want to work less. Less is more in 24. That's my saying. I'm saying there, less is more. Work less, get leverage in your business to work less and get paid for more working more.
Yes. That's
All
so
right.
true.
How has coaching helped you grow your business?
For me, coaching is like, you know how you have your budget and you have to eat? I have to have coaching because that's like way at the top before you do anything. Without a coach, sometimes you can get into the business and you'll get burned out. You won't know what direction to go in. Little things will start to bother you. You'll become emotional about things. But having a coach really helps that nice balance. And whether you want to stay in your one school and you want your one school to just grow, because see, I know people who have just one school and they're doing really, really well. Or if you want to expand, it's just really great to have that coach there before you start to do those things. It can just save you a lot of time and a lot of money to have a great coach. But I cannot, we cannot do anything without coaching. I mean, for me.
Yeah, we were just talking about that with somebody that says sometimes coaching is not about helping you make the right decision as so much it is helping you avoid making the wrong decision.
Yes. Yes.
You don't know what you don't know. And you may think you got it all
Mhm.
right, but to throw it out to another set of eyes
Mm,
and look for the hidden
mhm.
blind spots, because when you get involved in an expansion deal, you have emotions in. And when emotions are involved, sometimes blinders go on and you don't see the forest because the trees are in your face. And a coach
Mhm.
can look above and see things and landmines that's not there. Just like if I'm looking at a real estate deal, Carol and I look at it from two different set of eyes for that same reason. So one of us can see
Mhm.
what the other person's not seeing.
Right. And it's
Yes.
kind of like if you talk to a therapist, sometimes they don't say anything, but you talking it through with somebody else helps you see things differently.
Yes. And a professional. Because you
Right.
can bounce ideas off your friends all day, but that's
Right.
why like a professional coach is just really important. I mean, really, because you can bounce. See, the coach is more biased. Like they're not going to tell you something just to be your friend or to
Right.
stay in your good graces or anything like that. They're going to tell you the truth. A good coach will.
Well, I don't sugarcoat anything, Tamara, do I?
You
I tell
don't.
like it is. My job is not to be your friend. My job is to go, you are my friend, but my job is to tell you what you need to hear, not
Yeah,
what you want to hear.
that's so
Yep.
true.
And
And you
sometimes,
always say that.
it's a tough conversation sometimes, but that's the kind of coach I am.
Yeah.
I'd rather you be upset with me and save your money or happy with me than happy with me and then lose money.
Yes. Brian is always saying, be careful. I'm just saying, just, look at it this way, look at it that way.
Be
You know,
careful. But
yes,
I'm so
it's
darn
all
proud of you.
good. Oh, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
you're kicking some booty up there in Michigan and killing it. Where do you see your
Yes.
business 3 years from now? 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
So still doing childcare because I talked about an exit plan some years ago, but then we started growing. So I'm like, we'll just stay and do that. And I love it. I love what we do, So in 3 to 5 years, we'll probably have one more school, just one more. That's it. And it'll probably be something for like school age babies, and where it's an actual school. I would not mind having kindergarten to third grade, just one school, for the children. But that's and then I'm gonna start a podcast because I am a naturopathic doctor. So I love health. I love what I do on both sides. And that's why our centers we serve garden-based meals, but we also talk about health first to our families, to the children. And so that's been a dream of mine to start a podcast, to talk about the health of young children.
Oh, love
I
that.
love that. Yeah.
You're such a
Yes.
difference maker. I'm so blessed to know you because you're such a
Oh,
good person.
thank
Your heart is
you.
so amazing.
Yes, thank you.
You attended our leverage conference with us in Jamaica last year. What was your experience like there?
That was so much fun. That was so much fun. So learned a lot. I loved that the conference was not all day. It was only, was it 4 hours? I think it was.
Yeah.
You come in, you get great information, you learn a lot. you're with friends and other colleagues who are in the business. So we had so much fun. And then the day is free, but we were all still together because we had the poolside coaching, it was just fun. And then we had the boat ride. We had so much fun. It was nice. And then we
That
all
was
met up
good.
at the dinner. Yes. And then I like how you were bringing different people to the table, those who we had not met before, and it was nice. I think we were there for a week. So yeah, it
Yeah,
was
one thing, Carol,
really
I'm gonna try to
nice.
do is try to have a meal or a coffee or something with every person we hadn't met yet at that event.
Yes.
So every day we never eat dinner by ourselves or lunch by ourselves. The only thing we eat for ourselves was breakfast. So we would try to plan to have lunches just to meet as many folks as we can because we hadn't been blessed with meeting everybody. And we pretty much
Yes.
succeeded. We did a good job of trying to get it. We have dinner with 8 or 10 people every single night. And it was nice
Yeah.
to meet different people all over the world. It was great.
Yes. It was so nice. I heard so many great stories from a lot of people there who they were not in the program. They were not a member. They may be now, but there were so many different people that just had a really good time. And I also really liked your real estate presentation. You spent pretty much the whole day telling us about just real estate, how to get
Yeah. And
into it and invest.
one thing that we do differently than most groups do is we share what we do and we don't hide anything. We share our trust, we share our real estate, and we want
Yes.
people to be able to do what we've done. And we don't hold anything back. And we teach that at our leverage conference. And some of the stuff we
Yeah.
only teach there.
Right.
We don't teach anywhere
Right.
else, like how to work together as husband and wife as partnerships. That's something we only teach there. We have a lot of couples there and we teach good
Yeah.
strategies. So, all right.
Yes,
So
that was
closing up,
nice.
if you had to do it all over again and go back 23 years, what would you do different?
I will hire a coach first.
Ah,
Yep. It's worth every penny.
you wouldn't have hired me. I was just starting out too. So I would have been a blind leading the blind back then.
But we
Right.
have
But yeah,
people that start out before they even open their school when they're first opening that
Oh,
they have
yeah.
to go.
I tell you what, you know what? I agree with you 100%. I would have hired one much earlier
Oh,
as
yeah,
well. I mean,
definitely.
I have a coach now. It's all coaches, all good coaches have coaches as well that makes them better.
mm-hmm,
And Tiger
mm-hmm.
Woods has a coach. You know, any professional athlete has a coach. LeBron James has a coach, somebody to make them
Yes.
better. They're not as good of
Yes.
an athlete, but they will make them better. And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy. I try to bring out the best in you and all the people that I work with and our coaching team. And whether our coaching program is for you or not, find a coach, somebody who could
And you
make
know
you
what,
better.
too? Also, Brian, a coach where you have their number. That's another difference. Coach, you're not just emailing and waiting to hear back from them, because I have your number. So I
Yep.
just,
Right.
I text you all the time.
Other than that one time I missed the text and didn't respond, I'm pretty good at responding to my text
Yeah.
immediately within
Yeah.
minutes because if you're in distress, I am there for you. And that's what
Yes.
separates, I think, some of the coaches groups out there that, and when you're a VIP client, you deserve VIP service. And when
Yes.
you're, when if it's enough for you to text me that I know you're struggling and you need me that I can't say, oh,
Yes.
let's get a call in a week or two. I know you're in trouble. I need to help.
Like you
And
said,
then,
your
then we have both
childcare,
of you.
yeah,
Yeah,
your childcare center you said has good customer service. Our coaching business has good customer service.
Excellent customer service. Yes,
good
you
point.
do.
Good point.
Yes, you do.
Except if I
Always,
always tell
always
people, give me a
there.
little break if I'm in an airplane because I did have to go to airplane mode. That's the only time I ask for a little bit of grace on
Yeah.
responding.
Right. Even on your birthday, when you were in Mexico, you responded.
I did
Yeah, I
because
know, right?
you're that important to me and all of our VIA clients and all of our coaching clients are
Yes.
important to us.
Yeah.
We want to make sure
Oh,
that you're not struggling. Our job is to make your life easier. And I love doing it.
yep,
I get
yep.
up in the
I love
morning.
it too. I
And
love
part of
what
my
you all
prayers in the
do.
morning is that God, put the people in front of me I need to help and help me say the right things and don't say anything dumb. I say that
Yep,
every day. Some days I
right,
succeed, some days I don't, and I do say dumb things, but I do my best. And I
right.
ask for grace and forgiveness for the times that I screw up. So,
That's okay. I haven't noticed it.
well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you for taking your time. I know that you're going to be such a blessing to our listeners.
Thank
What are the name of your
you.
schools? If somebody wanted to look at your website, check you
So
out.
it's joyfultots.com. Joyfultots.com.
Joyfultots.com. In Michigan, killing
Yep.
Michigan, growing like crazy and a weed in there. 5
Yes.
schools, and look at you. And number 6, I'm telling you, we're going to get that done pretty soon and grow in there. And
Right.
then I'm looking forward to that health podcast as well. That sounds like a
Oh,
really cool thing.
yes. 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 I'm excited about that.
And I look forward to coaching you into helping you start that podcast, because something we do know a little bit about. 100 episodes in, we figured that out. So,
Yes, I know, right? I love your show. So thank you.
well, thank you, Tamara, for enjoying us. We always enjoy talking to you. And we will see
Yes.
you in Las Vegas real soon. And we'll see you in
Yes.
Jamaica at the end of the year. And if somebody wants to
Yes.
meet Tamara, come on to Jamaica with us.
All right. Oh, we will. Thank you.
All right. Have a good
Thank
rest of your day. Bye-bye.
you. You too.
That was a great interview. Love Tamara. She's such a sweet person, a great attitude, great life. And her husband, Adrian, is funny. Love that guy. And just a great pair. We enjoyed getting to know them when we were out in Michigan a few months ago, visiting all their schools, which we do. All of our Dynasty level VIP coaching clients get a site visit from us at our own expense. And we get to tour all the schools and make suggestions for improvement. And they've already acted on them and gotten their money's worth many times back. So if if you're struggling in your childcare business, need help, reach out to our team at childcaregenius.com. Go there and select under coaching, select like a free coaching call. And you'll get a call with one of my certified coaches to help you in any area that you're struggling in. You'll come away with 2 or 3 action items to help you with the struggles of your business. And this concludes episode 83, the Childcare Genius podcast. Thank you again for blessing us with your presence.
And just a reminder to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a future episode of the Child Care Podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Childcare Genius podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. Don't forget to visit our website at childcaregenius.com to see a list of services we offer to help grow your childcare business. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Childcare Genius community.